Oh my gosh. Hello, hello. Hold on. There we go. Hello, hello. Oh, the backpack's really cute. That's really cute, actually. I wonder if I can dye that. Wait, I should try dyeing that. I want to see if I can dye it to like white or something. Anyways, hello, hello. It is currently. I'm not doing good. Well, really, I'm not doing very well on like trying to record these earlier. It is 2:36 a.m. in the morning, January 15th, 2025. 25, 26. January 15th, 2026. Um, I just came home like maybe in like an hour or two ago. Played Valorant with some friends when I got home, and um, I just kind of like lazed around before hopping on Minecraft today. It's it's mainly because I didn't know what to do, and then I just opened it. And it's like might as well, right? Let's figure it out. Um, it was a pretty cool day. It's like I think all I did today, to Genshin players, I had a pretty eventful day today and pretty fun day playing through the new Archon quest. That was fun. Um, no spoilers, but I love Columbina now. Well, I mean, I already loved her, but no, I said I have Columbina now. I loved her before. I love her even more now. She is a great character, and I absolutely adore her. And I hope the best for her. And yeah, she's just great. I'm gonna get lava. I'll go get lava. She is great, and oh my gosh, the amount of foreshadowing that went into this freaking. The amount of foreshadowing they did for Columbina is pretty freaking insane, all things considered, because I was like, there's a certain part in Act 7 where I was like, no freaking way. And, yeah. Same with Act 8. Okay, Act 7 and Act 8, both those acts just had just a jaw drop moment for me. It was really. Oh, Minecraft. Hello? Okay, it's back. And Minecraft just lagged out there for a second. Is the recording still going? It is still going. Okay. But yeah, that's fun. I've been playing more Genshin again recently. It's nice to just get back into the game because I was playing semi frequently back before, but like it did kind of feel like a chore to just log on, and then I ended up doing the Archon quest and I started exploring, and then a few days before Columbina release, I started playing again more actively, where I actually played the game and not just logged on the dailies, logged off. Because for a long for like 2 or 3 weeks, that's all I used to do. And man, I'm re-experiencing, or I'm learning how to re-love Genshin. I feel like I go through that phase of learning how to re-love Genshin every now and then, because I just kind of like stop. I never really stop playing it. Whenever I do stop playing, it's usually just 2-3 months break sometimes. Um, it's usually around the summer patches where I take a break, actually, because I kind of just like slow down, or like life gets busy. I have a lot of stuff going on during those months. I used to have this one joke with my friends where I would always stop playing when there was a Cleary run, because I didn't. I played initially. I played the game initially, and then the Klee banner came out after the Venti banner on the first thing, and then I stopped, and then I came back when the Tartag banner came out, and then I stopped during the first Golden Archipelago event, and I only came back towards the end of the first Golden Archipelago event. Guess what? It was a Klee banner, so I skipped past the Klee banner, and then the next Klee banner I didn't play much as well. I forgot what it was specifically, but I remember me I was like, I had this inside joke with my friends who I got into Genshin as well, that they weren't like that I would always skip Klee banners. I love Klee as a character. It just so happens that I always don't play the game when Klee is on banner. No offense to Klee, little baby. But yeah, I've been playing more Genshin recently. I feel like I've had this problem like lately where I feel like there's just not enough time in a day. Uh, you definitely get this more as you're older, but more like I felt it before, but not to the extent that I do recently, because I feel like I love sleeping. I love napping. But I also just love playing games and then hanging out with friends and everything. And you don't have enough time to do both. I feel like I don't have enough time for myself. I don't have enough time for my friends, and I don't have enough time to sleep, and I don't have enough time to do my other things. Like I don't have enough time to do my studies. I'm not even going back to uni yet, and I already feel like I don't have enough time. What more when I have to go back to uni? What happens to my daily games? Because I play like many. I'm not a super big gacha gamer, but I have like I play Star Rail and Genshin, and then I have this other game that I have to do dailies on called Maple Story. I have not actually done my Maple Story weekly bosses today, and I plan to do that after recording this. So, frick, I have to do that, and then I have to wake up tomorrow early to log on to my friend's account or to log on to my Genshin account because my friend, I'm gonna steal materials from their world so I can raise my Columbina. I have to wake up early, log onto my account, get the materials from my friend's account, and do the weekly bosses for the weekly reset because I do this thing where I have to like, I basically do the bosses back to back because in Maple Story right now there's this thing called rental gear. There's this thing called rental gear, and you can only use it. It only has a 24-hour date. So I buy it right before the weekly reset of the bosses, so I can maximize the amount of usage I get for those rental gear. It's burnout central, bro. I feel like I'm burning out so badly from Maple Story recently, and I just need to. I know I should stop playing if I'm not having fun anymore. But I feel like I just need to keep pushing through. Just this tiny bit more. Just keep pushing through with Maple, because once the Challenger world ends, I'll be free from like and not necessarily free, but like I won't have to pressure myself as much, because right now, the gear you get in Maple when you start, the gear you get in Maple Story, when event reward gear or event rewards aren't permanent. So right now, most of my gear on my character is not permanent, and I want to make it I need to get the stuff that is permanent on that character, so that I can actually transfer it over to my world, because I'm on this thing called the Challenger world, and it's like this special thing where you have to solo progress and everything. And then I'm gonna transfer it over to my actual world, which is called Hyperion, which is the like global servers. I need to transfer it over to Hyperion. And I have to like I want to make 10 cauldrons, and I do not have enough to make 10 cauldrons. But I need like, what was I getting at? So I want to be able to make my stuff permanent in Maple Story before I leave the Challenger world, so I can just have one character doing bosses, because it's the first time I used to play Maple Story as an event-ish player. I only played when there were burning events. Burning events are basically just events that allow you to progress really quickly. And I would only play during burning events, and it's kind of just like, not super crazy. I'm very low stakes when it comes to Maple. But I don't know, it feels like a chore sometimes. I really love the game and bossing, but like sometimes the grind is just not for me. It's one of those games where the dailies take forever. They genuinely take so long. And I know people will tell me, hey, if you don't enjoy the game, just stop playing it. But like, the initial hurdle for most games, especially gacha games nowadays, is like it's catching up. I used to play Honkai Star Rail, and I want to come back to it because one of my favorite characters, Sparkle, is getting buffed apparently. Is getting buffed. I saw from some tweets, and I was like, "Oh shoot, Sparkle's getting buffed. I guess I better get back into this game." And like, I'm looking at it, right, and like I have to go through so much catch-up story for this game. And like once I get past the catch-up, it's not that hard. Like in hindsight, once I get past it, it actually won't be that difficult. But it's getting to that point where oh wait, I need to do this one inwards. Whoops. I need to first get to that point where it's not. I need to get to the point where it's not where it's easy for me to be able to play the game daily and not have to worry about things. End game. That's the term I'm looking for. Oh, BattleNet. Close. Oh my god, my BattleNet just opened. Hold up. Close. My BattleNet just opened. Oh my god, my mic's been peaking this whole time. I need to turn that down. Oh my gosh, sorry. Hello. Okay, there we go. I feel like it's just such a hassle to play. Some games feel like a chore. I don't like it when video games feel like a chore. I'm pretty sure most people won't like that, but some games just do. Where is the end? Here? Yeah, here. It's so sad how some games just don't feel like video games. They feel like work. And stuff like MapleStory I really want to enjoy. And I do enjoy it to a certain extent. It's just, why do you make it so hard to like a game? Why do you make it so hard to play your game? Why do you make it so hard for new people to get into your game? Why do you make it so hard for people to just enjoy the game? Like, I know it's supposed to be a daily thing. That's why and keep players invested. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me to be able to play a game for that long, that consistently. Because, again, I do still take breaks in Genshin every now and then. I can't just play Genshin all the time. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I can't just play Genshin all the time. I wish I could. I wish there was just it again. This goes back to my thing earlier, where like there's not enough time in a day. I feel like. Oh wait, speaking of a day, question of the day. I'm just gonna keep milking it. If you were to be in any movie, what movie would you be in? Inside Out, and the emotion I would be silly and or depression, but like I don't want to think of it that way. There we go. I want to do this, and then I saw this in one video where they basically had this, and then they had wait, no. Let me get some dirt. But I don't know what I emotion. Honestly, probably just silly. I feel like silly would be nice. So this is gonna be a small smelting area. I know I have a kelp farm over there, but that's for like smelting ores. This is more for smelting blocks. But eventually I'll switch over to kelp because that's gonna be more automatic in the future. But I need a bigger kelp farm to do that, so I can smelt this for now. Because I forgot that they changed lava buckets to smelt 100 items, and not just 30 items. Anyways, back to my rant of video games. Why do devs think that 8 times 4 is 32? Why do devs think that gamers why do devs think that making a video game feel like a job will attract gamers? Not speaking for every game dev, but I feel like most games nowadays feel like a chore. Or a lot of games. Maybe it's just games that I play, I guess. I really love single player games, and those don't feel like a chore, but like, I feel like most daily games, most quote unquote games that I play often nowadays feel like a chore. Genshin feels like a chore sometimes. Naval Story feels like a chore sometimes. I just heard something blow up, and it's like, does it only feel like a chore because there's not enough time in the day, or does it feel like a chore because it feels like I'm forcing myself to do something that I don't want to? I'm trying to come to terms with that question right now, because I was like, I love gaming, but I don't have enough time to game? Or is it that I feel like I could be doing something else better with my time than gaming? But if I think that way, then do I really love gaming? Games are supposed to be fun. Games are supposed to be cool and like de-stress. But if I'm getting stressed thinking about a game, and in while I'm playing the game, I'm gonna be like, oh, I could be doing something else. Is it really a de-stressor, or am I getting more stressed from playing the game? I'm getting stressed even thinking about this. But yeah, it's like, it's kind of weird how the way games have evolved nowadays. I feel like I don't want to be that guy who says like games aren't the way they used to, because games are evolving, and some games released modern day are some of my favorites anyways. I still love the gaming industry despite everything. But damn, some things just probably need to change with it as well. I don't like how greedy developers are becoming, and I don't like how difficult it is to be able to just enjoy a video game now. And I don't like how difficult it is to access video games either. There's so many things that I don't like. I'm such a hater. But yeah, I feel as if there's this wall of or barrier to entry for some gamers. I wonder if more people feel like that. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm planning to make my farm out of smooth stone, and I will need a lot of smooth stone to do that. I think I need. I remember it being 3,000 blocks. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. Um, info overlays. Normal. Huh. Where is the M plus A? No. What? How do you make a selection? I don't know how to use Lightmatica. Area editor? No, it's hotkeys. Add selection box. M plus A. Can I change this? Huh. Easy place key, execute operation. No. Huh. Do I have a thing that like doesn't allow me to use this in creative? Well, I'm gonna pop on over to creative world because I have one here for testing. Am I only allowed to use Lightmatica in creative? Because I would like to use it in survival. If I can't use it in creative, I'll delete it and then reinstall it. Or I don't know. I'll check the mod developer thing to see how it works. Or I'll just look up a tutorial on Lightmatica because I used to use this in one of an older on an older version of Minecraft. Not super old, but like 1.18. Was it 1.18, 1.19? I don't remember. I used to use it on an older version of Minecraft when my friends used to play on an older server, and I used it to make a bridge and a castle and stuff. Like I would copy over the castle. Oops, I forgot. I had happy gas in here. Um, stick, stick. Let's see. No, huh? Why? Oh, visuals. Enable schematic rendering. Here. Generic info overlays. Status info HUD. True. Hotkeys. How do I? How do I use Lightmatic? There. Um, I can see it now. It's in the bottom right. So if I do this, there we go. Okay. So I have to turn on renders. Is that what I need to do? I do. Huh. Well, I won't be holding up a stick all the time anyways, but like it's good to know that this is still here and I can still use it to like measure things and stuff. Cuz like this is like, and then if I do this, if I do like, oh, control scroll wheel changes the thing. Yep. Area selection. Here we go. Perfect. And then that like I can see the amount of blocks. Perfect. Okay, that works. Back to games. I don't know with games nowadays. I feel like some games just feel like a chore. And then some games feel like they're super fun. Or maybe this is because I can't play games as much as I want to because it just feels like there's not enough time to play those games anymore. I just want to be able to sit down for 10 hours and then play one video game and then the next 10 hours play a different video game. Is that too much to ask? I just want to sit down and play games like I used to. Maybe it's because my brain is also kind of coded to feel like guilty when playing games nowadays. I don't know if people have that, but I feel like sometimes. Oh, there we go. It's working now. It's in the bottom left. I feel like sometimes people will have um guilt over a certain video game or doing something that they used to enjoy. That's not just games in general. For example, I have a friend who got really into crocheting. Why is it? Why is it displaying in the bottom still? Um, how do I change that to when only displays while I have a stick? Huh. Generic visuals. I'll actually set it to the bottom right. Hold on. There we go. And then set it to info HUD alignment. Bottom left? No. I can't make selections. Oh wait, no, because can you make selections in non-creative mode? I don't think you can. I know you can make like, can you? I'm actually not sure. You can you can copy and paste schematics. I know. Hold on, give me a second to figure this out. Okay, I'm back, and I think I figured out how to use it. But yeah, you can't use the thing. You can't use the selection tool in survival, so it's fine. I won't really worry about that. What I'm more worried about is set it to reset. Set it to there we go. There we go. I completely lost my train of thought. I was watching tutorials for too long. I wanted to like, what was I talking about? Games. I feel like I'm always talking about games. I have a habit of talking about games. I love games, but Maple. I feel like I'm just gonna go on a rant about Maple Story, honestly, because it's so. Maple Story is one of the games I really, really want to get into. Because of the community, because of the people who play it. But dang, is it so hard to do sometimes because I'll make a chest. It's so hard to play Maple Story sometimes. Genuinely, it's so hard because you need to commit to that game. And commit is commit. Like, some people make that their job, or not job, but like I see people play that for 10, 20 hours a day, 10, 12 hours a day, not 20. 20 is overkill. But genuinely, I don't know how. I wish I could be those people. Do I wish I could be those people? Maybe not wish, but like, how do you find the time to sit down and play a game for more than... Sit down and play a game like that for more than a few hours at a time? I get stressed just by doing the bosses. And some people are able to like... Some people are able to do it for hours. Without getting burnt out. Genuinely good for you, but also like how? Teach me your ways. I want to know. I want to know how you're able to do that without getting burnt out or without feeling like you're messing up. You should be doing something else. Because I don't have the drive to play a game like Maple for that long. Maybe because it's grindy or whatever. Maybe it's just not a type of game for me. Maybe this is me realizing that Maple Story isn't really a type of game for me, and I should just not necessarily give up, but only play it when I enjoy it, you know? And don't force myself to do a bunch of things in Maple Story that I don't need to do. Maybe I should consider that. Maybe I should be considering that right now, that I don't need to like do this, do that to enjoy Maple Story. I'm gonna plug in these holes. And I don't know. As you get older, I feel like there's just not enough time to do the things you want to do, because I find myself thinking about things. I find myself thinking about things I want to do more than I am actually doing those things. And that's such a toxic habit for me. Like, I'm like, oh, I want to practice the guitar. I want to borrow my sister's guitar and start practicing. Oh, I want to repair my ukulele and then start playing my ukulele again. Oh, I want to start drawing and then like try doing what PewDiePie did, where he practiced drawing for every day for a year. Or was it every day for a year, every day for 3 months? I don't remember. But like, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. And I proceed to actually do none of that. I proceed to not do any of the things that I want to do. And instead of actually doing something, I'm just there sitting and it's like, oh, I want to do this, want to do that. And actually playing the things, nope. I spend more time being overwhelmed at the amount of things I can do than actually doing something. It's like when you're eating food and then you're trying to find a YouTube video, and then you can't find a YouTube video, even though there's so many recommended to you, and then all of a sudden you don't want to watch anything. It feels like that. It feels like, oh, want to watch something on Netflix? Sure. And then instead of actually picking something to watch on Netflix, you end up talking with your friend for 30 minutes about what you want to watch on Netflix. It's so counterintuitive sometimes how our brains function. Or maybe it's just my brain, because suffice to say, I don't think I'm very normal. I'm not diagnosed at all with anything. I've never been to a psychiatrist to get diagnosed. But if I did go and I was it was brought, and if they brought to my attention that like, hey, you might have this, or hey, you might have that, like oh, you might have undiagnosed autism, oh, you might have undiagnosed ADHD, undiagnosed OCD, or whatever, lying disorder, maybe like, I don't know what else. BPD? Okay, maybe not BPD. I don't think I'm a bipolar. But like, hey, you might be you might have some undiagnosed mental illness. I wouldn't be very surprised. I'd be like, yeah, makes sense. I'm not necessarily the most normal person, I know. Actually, I'm very not normal. I don't like being normal. I'm that guy who's like, ugh, I don't want to watch the mainstream shit. I still haven't seen Demon Slayer because it was mainstream. I remember when all the hype was around that, I was like, I don't want to watch it. Everyone's watching it. And I still haven't seen it because of all the hype around it. Even though I know it's good and I know I'll probably enjoy it. That's what happened to me with One Piece. It took me so long until I started getting into One Piece. And then when I actually got into One Piece, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so peak. And now I'm waiting on One Piece chapters weekly and enjoying the fandom and understanding references. And I know for a fact that if I start reading Demon Slayer, I will be able to have that same experience. I just choose not to for some reason. I don't know why, but I just choose not to. I choose to stay ignorant of the things that I know will give me enjoyment rather than just partaking in the things that I know will give me enjoyment. And that's so... Why? Why do I do that? This is exhausting. It's actually exhausting to talk about this because it makes me realize how weird and fucked up of a person I am. But I feel like maybe I'm justifying myself by thinking that a lot of people think the same way I do. A lot of people worry about not having enough time. A lot of people worry about the things that they want to do rather than actually doing those things. Or maybe I'm just not normal. And whichever one of those statements is true, I don't think I am that worried about it in general. Yes, it'd be nice if this, yes, it'd be nice if that, but also like, come on, I can't have everything in the world. I can't really hope that everything will go my way, or hope that these things will, or hope that I'll have more time. It's just, yeah. I think I just kind of yapped most of the time. I haven't really accomplished much. Okay, for real, I will accomplish shit tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a big day because it will be the day I start building the mob farm. For real, for real. I think... Do I want to do that? Because I'm kind of gated by like smelting. I think I'll start getting all the materials for the mob farm. Should I add a thing for smelter, for like faster smelting? Nah, okay. Faster smelting is too much. I added storage for like, cause better storage. I don't think that's that bad. I added backpacks and gravestones for quality of life, but I feel like if I start to alter too much of the game, it'll feel less and less like vanilla. There's a certain point where it's like, is this even really vanilla Minecraft anymore? Because this isn't vanilla at all. I wouldn't consider this vanilla. This is just quality of life to me. This is basically my version of Magic Storage from Terraria. It literally is basically Magic Storage from Terraria. And it's so much easier to play the game like this. Same with the backpack mod and everything. But I don't think if I added like iron furnace, copper furnace, faster furnaces or whatever, I don't think that would be very fun. I could add like magical crops to this or whatever it's called. What is it called? Um, I want to see. Can I install a data pack while the instance is running? I'm gonna check real quick. Install content. Crops. Farmers crops. Replanting crops. Crop growth. Farm 3x3. I could add one of like the food mods or whatever. Auto harvests. No, I don't want auto harvest. Magic. Magic mod, magic items, magic carpet. Magical crops. Infused potatoes. Oh, the biomes we've gone. It's magical crops. I'm gonna check. I'm checking right now. I'm doing this live. Crops. What is it called? Crops XP, crops and corpses. Oh, that's the tower defense mod. Crops and plants, dynamic crops, experience crops, agri-tech, animal crops, mystical crops. Here it is. I'm gonna Google that because that was in mystical crops, Minecraft. Mystical agriculture. That's what it's called. Okay. Is that a forged thing or is that a or is there a mystical agriculture on Fabric? Agricul. Sure. Mystical agriculture. It's Forge. It's only on Forge. There's no. Get mystical agriculture accreditations. Forge and Neoforge. There's no Fabric version of this, sadly. Industrial agriculture, mystical agriculture, tiered adds tiered crystals to mystical agriculture, botany plants, ingots to raw ingots, mystical agriculture, botany plants. Honestly, if I were to do this, might as well just like if I were to do this, might as well just start like a Sky Factory thing. I know SF5 is on Forge. But I don't really like Forge. I like Fabric more cuz like Fabric API allows for iris and shaders. Well, I mean, you can do shaders on say on Forge too, but like Lithium, Iris. I personally just like Fabric more, and I'm more used to Fabric mods in general because like Cobble One is on Fabric and everything. Man, why do we have this whole divide? Also, Sodium is on Fabric. Sodium's available on Neoforge as well. I feel like Neoforge is the new version or like the new thing. And if VP ever goes to Forge or Neoforge maybe, but VP is currently still on just Vanilla Perfected is still only on Fabric. So sadly no versions of Forge on this yet. But if it does get a Forge version, I might download that Forge version and then transfer over my files. Hopefully I'll be able to transfer over stuff from or transfer over my world. I should be able to. There's no reason for me not to. At least looking at it. I can't get mystical agriculture though. Yeah, there's no mystical agriculture. Crops. Auto sow, auto harvest. Simple harvest, chain crop, crop and kettle, wheat multiplier, mob harvester, crop mod, crosshair tweet. Okay, this is just crosshair stuff. Mystical. Yeah, there's no mystical agriculture for Fabric, sadly. It's not like I'm gonna add it, but like, sadly. It would be fun. Why is there no... why are there no vanilla plus Why is there no good Vanilla Plus mod on Fabric? Vanilla. And then loader. Let's do Neoforge. Vanilla Essence, Vanilla Optimized, Vanilla Fillet, Vanilla in Sparkles, Vanilla Mod Compilation. Yeah. On Forge and Neoforge. Vanilla Plus. 200 plus vanilla mod. 200 plus mods for vanilla sounds crazy. I don't think you need that many mods for a vanilla plus mod. Or for a vanilla plus pack. Because VP only has like 121. And it only has... VP only has 80 mods. No, there's more. Less than actually. I think I have more. Okay, I'm yapping too much. I'm not really contributing anything. And I don't really have anything else planned. I'm kind of tired. I still need to do my Maple Story bosses. Or maybe I just won't do my Maple Story bosses anymore. I'm too tired. I can't not. I'm... the amount of Meso I'm missing out on. Maybe I'll just do the normal versions of C10E. I'll do my hard load as Hard Damien though. Tears. Because I kind of want to liberate before Challenger World ends. Hopefully I'll be able to liberate before Challenger World ends. If not, I'll be able to liberate on my first world, on my first, when I come back, on my first week back on my main world. But like, man, playing Maple Story is I say it's such a hassle, but I still really love the game. I'll figure it out. I think that's all for today. I'm really tired. I don't know what to do. Tomorrow big day. Tomorrow big day. Tomorrow big day, record early, actually make progress in the video game instead of just doing side quests. Haha, but you see, this entire time I was fooling you. I was actually just letting these smelt. Oh wait, no, the game pauses. What kind of furnace mods can I add actually? Let's see. I go on this entire tangent. It's like, oh, it's too much for vanilla. I was like, I don't care. All metal-containing items are recyclable in furnace, and furnace return raw materials. Discerning furnace. New furnace types for decorative blocks and charcoal. Actually, all kinds of pride furnaces. Hell yeah, pride furnaces. Gay furnace. Gay furnace, my beloved. Wait, I'm kind of having fun just looking through these mods. Oh my god, the trans furnace goes crazy. The arrow ace, the pansexual furnace goes crazy. I love how it's just like it's a furnace, but it's a pride flag furnace. That's so funny to me. Heater, a bare minimal tech mod for centralized furnace fuel management. Yeah, I don't think I want that. You know what I've always wanted, actually? I've always wanted to play through vanilla Minecraft. I say vanilla Minecraft, but semi-vanilla with Tinker's Construct. Wait, let me see if I can add Tinker's. This is actually a pretty big mod. No, there's no Tinker's Forge. Tinker's Forge. Yeah. Oh man. Tinker's Construct is one of those mods that I found really cool as when I was younger. Yeah, it's a Forge thing. Man, why are all the things on Forge? I guess Fabric is Fabric isn't even that relatively new anymore. Fabric's like what, a few years old now? Compared to Forge? But I guess people do make stuff on Forge more than they do on Fabric. If you like, content mods are on Forge, and then for like, not to say that there aren't many big content expansions on Fabric, because I mean, like, Cobblemon is Fabric, I'm pretty sure. Is there a Forge version? No, Cobblemon is Fabric. Cobbleverse is on Forge. Wait, is No, Cobblemon is Fabric. Yeah. I know there's Create is also Fabric, but I think there's also a Forge version of Create. Cobblemon Poke Factory is the... Yeah, Cobblemon Poke Factory is really cool. It's like a Create mod. It's Create mod mixed with... It's Create Applied Energy Sticks, Farmer's Delight, and Cobble One. I could add Farmer's Delight actually. Farmer's Delight for cooking. Furnace. Furnace progress is a crazy one. You just that's so funny. There's a mod that's called Furnace Progress that you just like hover over a furnace to see how many has been smelted. That's so lazy. Wait, that's hilarious. Furnace extract so that you can extract and input jumbo furnace as a multi-block furnace that can smelt multi-items. Wait, that sounds cool. I kind of want that. No, that's just Tinker's construct, right? That's basically just Tinker's construct. A man. Man, Tinker's construct is so cool. Why did I play on Vanilla Perfected? Why didn't I just do like my own mod pack? Nah, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Vanilla is vanilla. I want my own world. Just keep deluding myself. Because eventually I'm gonna have so much nostalgia for this world. I'm gonna stop yapping. I need to do my Maple Story stuff. But yeah. I feel like I expressed a lot of my concern over gaming. Actually, I didn't even finish my thought about like how AAA games aren't very good nowadays and like indie games are taking over. Love indie games. Silk Song, Poggers. Expedition 33, Poggers. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye. If you guys are gonna take away anything from this, play Expedition 33, play Hollow Knight Silk Song. Games. Bye. Games, not enough time. Yes, real. Bye-bye.